This city worker is about to go to jail. She is facing charges of criminal mischief, food tampering, and abuse of official capacity. 3 crimes that can end any public employee's career. City officials cannot put bleach in a street vendor's food, even if the vendor is operating without a license. Bleach is toxic. Bleach is dangerous. And pouring it into food is not enforcement. It's a crime. But she did it on camera, tilting an entire bottle of Clorox into a pot of food. No inspection, no communication, no warning. Just the arrogance of someone who thought, I can do whatever I want. That street vendor was simply trying to earn a living. A whole day's worth of ingredients, labor, and hope was destroyed in seconds as the food fizzed and turned white from the chemicals. He stood there in shock while she walked away as if she had completed a routine task. But this wasn't routine. This was criminal mischief, the intentional destruction of another person's property. This was food tampering, the contamination of edible food with a toxic substance. And it was abuse of official capacity, using government authority to harm, not help.
Hey, what you doing? Stop! I said stop! I swear I'll take you to court.
This is went overboard. A city worker dumping Clorox into somebody's food chat. This was actually a food vendor stand. This actually took place in Colorado, and people were saying that she went way too far. So we have all of the details to tell you in this video. It's videos like this one that never go viral. I hope that we're able to blow up this one to show the people what these city workers are doing. Running up on a food vendor standing in Colorado chat. This was actually a Denver, Colorado city worker running up with the Clorox in hand and dumping it into all the food that this food vendor has. The person actually posted this video. Brenda Melendez said this to Colorado in LA, Colorado. In Evans, the city throw everything at them. They will rather throw a food away than let them sell. Usually city workers do pull up and they'll get some trash bags and then throw the food away. Then they'll just give the person a ticket. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like this is normal chat on 44 watt while always report on stuff like this. She already asking about this one. Let me know. Drop a coming.
A video went viral after an employee of the Denver Department of Public Health and Environment poured bleach into a taco vendor's food. According to the DDPHE, their investigation of tacos to Colorado found the vendor was using a garbage can of dirty water as a hand washing station and keeping meats at 54 degrees and 82 degrees instead of the required 135 degrees. They also claimed that the food vendor had raw meat in cardboard boxes sitting out on a table instead of in refrigerated storage. The food stand's owner, Garcia Barrientos, claims that the department has never contacted him prior and that when they showed up, they were not in IDs or badges. However, the video does show that they are in DDPHE labeled shirts with identification on lanyards. TMZ spoke with a City and County of Denver spokesperson who said, over the past several weeks, DDPHE has been closely monitoring to Colorado due to serious public health concerns. The vendor has been operating without a required business license and has repeatedly failed to follow essential food safety practices. They also say they were forced to destroy the food on site because the vendor did not have a dumpster. And the volume of the food made it hard for them to quickly remove it themselves.
Nah, this is insane. A whole city worker dumping Clorox in someone's food? That's wild behavior, bro. And this wasn't even a restaurant or a kitchen. This was a regular food vendor stand in Colorado, minding their business, trying to make a living. This lady woke up like she was really in a rush to ruin someone's day. What's even crazier is people online are not going overboard about this. Since when is bleach a part of the job description? Because every time I see city workers deal with food vendors, they usually pull up, grab trash bags, and throw the food away. Sometimes they'll give you a ticket. That's pretty much it. They don't run up with Clorox like they're trying to prepare a crime scene. Make that shit make sense. This is not normal, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like it is. And the wild part, videos like this don't go viral. I peeped it earlier, shit only had 200 views. Meanwhile, most of the random shit gets hundreds of millions of views. Nah, this type of video actually matters. This shows how some of these city workers really treat people. What do y'all think? Did she cross the line? Drop a comment down below, share the video, and let's get this video seen.
This city worker is about to go to jail. She is facing charges of criminal mischief, food tampering, and abuse of official capacity. 3 crimes that can end any public employee's career. City officials cannot put bleach in a street vendor's food, even if the vendor is operating without a license. Bleach is toxic. Bleach is dangerous. And pouring it into food is not enforcement. It's a crime. But she did it on camera, tilting an entire bottle of Clorox into a pot of food. No inspection, no communication, no warning. Just the arrogance of someone who thought, I can do whatever I want. That street vendor was simply trying to earn a living. A whole day's worth of ingredients, labor, and hope was destroyed in seconds as the food fizzed and turned white from the chemicals. He stood there in shock while she walked away as if she had completed a routine task. But this wasn't routine. This was criminal mischief, the intentional destruction of another person's property. This was food tampering, the contamination of edible food with a toxic substance. And it was abuse of official capacity, using government authority to harm, not help.
This is next level overreach. Denver, Colorado city workers crossing a dangerous line that's got people furious. A viral-worthy moment that's somehow flying under the radar, a city employee was caught on camera dumping Clorox straight into a food vendor stand, ruining all their stock. Brenda Melendez posted the shocking footage, calling out the city's harsh tactics in Evans, Colorado. She says this isn't an isolated incident. Officials throw everything at them, choosing to destroy food rather than let vendors operate. Usually, city workers might issue a ticket or toss food in trash bags, but dumping toxic Clorox, that's way beyond acceptable. Here's the kicker. When I checked the video myself, it only had 250 likes. This story deserves to blow up. We need to shine a light on what's happening to small-time vendors just trying to make a living. 44 Vado always covers these unfiltered truths, and this is exactly why it matters. Did this city worker go too far? Should vendors be targeted like this? Drop a comment, let's get this conversation going and make sure this video gets the attention it deserves.
Hi guys, it's your girl Bleezy and you're welcome back to Bleezyunfiltered channel. If you are joining us for the first time, you are welcome. So guys, this video that is going viral is so painful to watch. A street vendor trying to make a living stand there helplessly while a health inspector pours bleach all over the food they prepared with their own hands and resources. What we know is this. Yes, the city says the vendor didn't have a license. They say it was a safety procedure, but let's be honest, none of that makes the scene any easier to watch. Because what we are really seeing is someone's livelihood being erased in seconds. Hours of cooking gone wrong, not handled with respect, but destroyed publicly with bleach. And the pain hits deeper because many of these small vendors are immigrants, parents, people hustling from sunrise to midnight just to survive. People who don't have big companies protecting them. People who rely on every single sale just to pay their rent or feed their kids. When that bleach hits that food, it doesn't just destroy a meal. It destroys hope. It destroys dignity. It sends a message your work doesn't matter. Your struggle doesn't matter. And whether the city was following protocols or not, the humanity was missing. The compassion was missing. The respect was missing. If the goal is safety, then enforce the rules. But enforce them with dignity. Help vendors get license. Guide them. Educate them. Don't humiliate them. Because behind every street cart, there is a family. There is a dream. There is someone praying for just one more customer. And today, that dream was covered in bleach. And the internet is right to be upset. So the real question is this. Did this protect people or did it destroy a person? Let's talk about it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. See you guys in my next video. Bye.